Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Final Activity. Game for Learning, Speaking and Pronunciation, presented by Nidia Rodriguez, who is acá. Teacher, Aurora Cardona Serrano. The first contestant is Nidia Rodriguez for $500. Which of the following options can differentiate game-based learning for gamification? A. Create invented games are used for educational purpose, where you can lose. B. It's easy to design, reward with baguettes, and losing is not an option. C. Speaking tasks are fulfilled. You get rewards and you can lose. D. All of the above. Nidia?
This is A.
Very good. The other questions. For $2,000. Which of the following options differentiate gamification for game-based learning? A. It use game for educational purpose, motivation is optional and could be costly to design. B. It use game items in a not game environment, reading and replace bad levers, and losing is not an option. D. Just playing is rewarding, the contest is adapted to the game and it is possible to lose. D. All of the above.
This is B.
Very good. Your explication.
Difference between gamification and game-based learning. Game-based learning use them for education purpose, not necessary research score. For the student, use planning is their rewarding. Simulation can be included so that the student can learn from their experiences. Well, gamification can use game elements to motivate specific learning, use leaderboards, scorecards, and badges. The participant is asked to fulfill certain tasks and motivation is optional. The student does not have the option to choose. Sign the games is already designed with specific experience. The next question for Judith, for $10,000. How can this trend be adapted to your education context? A. Take into account the simple rules, the attitudinal objective to be developed and snowball the choose the game to the players according to them tend to be worked on. B. Consideration must be given to the weather, the color of the uniform, and the entrance to the computer rooms. C. You have to take into account the age of the students, the games they really know, and the levels. D. A and C are correct?
I think it's D. I think implement test trend in the educational context. To implement game-based learning, a virtual survey will be carried out. You have to take into account the device and that the games are free. For children to adapt to learning through gamification, it must be introduced step by step and with simple rules so as not to lose interest. While planning gamification, the academic and attitudinal objective must be clear. Skill and attitudes of responsibility, organization, and self-learning can be developed. Show the student that working with gamification is fun. Continues.
Continue games. For $50,000. Which of the following are advantages of game-based learning? A. Developing skills such as observation, autonomy, conflict management, and frustration tolerance. B. Game learning to be fun and rewarding. C. It obvious skills learning. D. All of the above.
Is D.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, continues. For Nidia, $200,000. Which of the following option has advantage of gamification? A. It is provides instant feedback to a student and the teacher. B. It is easy and cheap to create an instructor. C. C, it can collect various elements for different games and assemble into a learning management system. Or D, all of the above.
This is D.
Very good. The other questions for $100,000. Which of the following are disadvantages of game-based learning? A, a student can't get distracted. B, the device that institutions and students do not have the capacity to memory. C, implementation can be costly for the school and students. And D, all of the above.
This is D.
Very good, it is right. Oh.
Judith, for 1 million. 1 million. Which of the following options are the disadvantages of gamification? A, competition can become excessive. B, its continuous use can generate rejections of the other teacher strategies. Its excess use of rewards and budgets can lead to disinterest. D, all of the above.
D, all of the above.
Correct.
Yes.
Very good.
Advantage or disadvantage? Advantage, help in digital literacy. It fosters activity learning, which can be done individually and collectively. Advantage of gamification is that designing and structuring, it can be done in a simple and affordable way. Having feedback facilitates learning based on error and success.
Disadvantages. Students can get distracted of style in the games, ignoring other subjects. For planning, work confuse students and disorients them from the main objective. And the finish, game-based learning is more expensive than gamification.